What's your worst fear? Snakes? Snakes on a plane? Falling into a giant pit filled with spikes? For me, my greatest fear was dying. Here's why everyone should pretend that tomorrow's their last day on Earth.
How's it going? I'm Justin Khan from Justin.tv.
What's up, guys? It's Justin Khan. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm back at it again. Today, I'm gonna tell you about dying. A couple years ago, I thought about what it would be like if I was gonna die tomorrow. Well, I guess it was a couple years ago, so the next day. So a couple years ago, I was listening to a podcast by my friend's dad, Frank Ostaseski. And in the podcast, Frank talks about his career running the San Francisco Zen hospice and being there and comforting thousands of people through their deaths. And he wrote a book about it called The 5 Invitations. In the book, he talks about the 5 lessons he learned watching all of these people die. And at first you might think, well, that's pretty morbid and not really something that you want to think about very often, which is how I always treated death. I hated the topic. I was very afraid of the idea of dying, and thinking about it was something that was to be avoided at all costs. In fact, I was so afraid of dying that I invested in my friend Laura Deming's VC fund, longevity fund, just so that in the off chance she figured out some way of extending human lifespan, I would kind of have the inside scoop and be able to get the edge on whatever technology was invented to keep people alive. That's how desperate I was to stick around. Now, eventually, I actually came to terms with the fact that I was gonna die and accepted my inevitable death. How did I get over my fear of death? That's kind of a story for another video. Once I did get over it, it wasn't so scary to think about dying anymore. So I was able to listen to Frank's podcast and be totally okay with hearing his message. In the book, one of the lessons he brings up that he learned from the dying was don't wait. If there's something that you wanna say, something you wanna resolve in your life, don't wait until you're dying to do it. I thought that was an incredible lesson. So what I did was I wrote down all of the people I was closest to in my life. My brothers, my parents, my wife, friends of mine, colleagues of mine, and I wrote down what I would tell them if I was on my deathbed. Here are the things that I would tell them. For some people, it was, I'm sorry. I didn't always act like a great brother or son or husband. For other people, it was, hey, I appreciate you. I really appreciate having you in my life and the things that you've given me or the times you've been there for me. For other people, it was a message of, hey, I wish you would actualize this about yourself. I see you holding back in this way. And I see these things being barriers for you in your life. And I just want to tell you, I think you have this potential beyond where you're at today. Whatever I was holding back, the things I was embarrassed about, the things that I was afraid to say to other people, I just wrote them all down. I started writing on a notepad in my phone. I just wrote it all down. And then, now this was pretty hard to do at first, I just went and saw those people and I straight up told them. I said, hey, I was imagining myself dying and I thought, here's what I would want to say to you. You're one of the people that I care a lot about and I wanted to tell this important message to, and here's what I wanted to say to you. And so here it is. I just said it, I just spit it out. Now the results were very surprising. At first I was afraid to tell people what I had written down because, you know, it was pretty vulnerable. Some of these things were tough. There were some apologies in there. There were some ways that I behaved that I wasn't exactly proud of. And so I was afraid, how are people gonna react? Are they gonna take it well? Are they gonna take it poorly? Are they gonna think, why are you coming to me with this gushy bullshit? I wasn't really sure. The results were pretty moving. Actually, everyone told me they appreciated my candor. Most of the people I talked to teared up or cried a little bit. They were all very moved by my honesty and just putting myself out there. And it sparked some really nice moments. And maybe even more importantly, it brought me closer to those people. I realized from that moment, for the things I was carrying, it's always so much easier to just put it down, let it go. Say the things that you've left unsaid. So I encourage you to go do the same thing. The cost is zero. It's just a little bit of your time. Think about what are the things that you would say if you had nothing to lose, if you were going away tomorrow and that was it. And then just go say them. Really, what are you waiting for? All right, that's the video. Comment below with someone you're scared to talk to and the community will provide some encouragement. Best of luck having that conversation. I guarantee you're gonna have some beautiful moments. That's today's message. If you like it, bang subscribe, smash that like button, and I'll see you guys next time. All right.